Well, we just had a bit of a storm go through, but it looks like it's going to be clear for a while. When I was going to head into town, I've got to replace the power supply in somebody's computer. And, chance of getting rained on again. I get rained on pretty frequently because I kind of ride in all weathers. But I was going through deciding which glove I was going to wear, and it just struck me that I really carry a lot of gloves. But they're all important, they all have their own purpose. These are a set of real lightweight and real thin, but in warm conditions they're all right. I actually have another pair of these that are of the fingerless type, but I don't use them as often, though they're nice in that they have a padded palm that keeps the vibration down. The same as, like, these are a gauntlet type, but they're unlined. But they're, again, really close fitting, and they have that padded palm. Because that, your hand will get exhausted. You actually can do nerve damage if you ride a lot. So those are a good gloves, and they get me by most of the summer. But I always carry, like, this is another pair of a fairly thin glove, and not of the gauntlet type, but they are lined. And they're a close-fitting glove, and there are certain circumstances where these are nice. I don't use these as much as I do them gauntlet ones. It keeps bugs getting up your sleeves. But for really wet or cold conditions, these insulated gauntlet type are really nice. They're a good fitting glove, but they're insulated, and there's a zipper compartment here that stores a rain mitt that goes over them. So these are good to have, but I really never have to use that rain mitt because I keep them oiled. And I was wearing these the other day, and I got, through a few downpours. It really doesn't bother you. They don't get wet. It takes a long time to actually get them soaked. But in really harsh conditions, you put these over the top of them. These kind of lobster claw things. I'm just oiling these up. But they're really heavy leather. They're actually, well, you can see the triple crown in there. They're Swedish. But they're made for really adverse conditions. And they've got that good gauntlet that goes up and, so your sleeve is inside. They work good. They're just usually more than I need. Usually these will get me by in really tough conditions. But, when you get below freezing, your hand will get numb. And then there's also always the hooded sweatshirt. Because, I've always got my leather jacket, but a lot of times if you put this underneath the leather jacket, then if you put the hood up underneath your helmet, it gives you a lot of extra protection. I can take a lot of rain. The only thing that gets wet on you is the front of your legs below your knees. That's where, if you got decent boots, you're in pretty good shape. But otherwise, you're if you've got the right leather equipment, you're pretty well protected. Just a lot of gloves.